Hey everyone, it's Hayes. We've just got the official trailer for the Chain Titans, which at the minute seems to be the last episode in the batch after this Tier 1 Plus aren't scheduled to broadcast anymore, but perhaps someone else will, but at the minute we don't have any news. As always, it's linked down below, so please go and watch it before I spoil it all for you now. So we open with the tram, and it looks like Nino and Chris are on the tram, and they are, looks like saying goodbye to someone else, and honestly I'm assuming they're related to them because they've got similar clothing style. However, we found out, was it before the season began? I think it was either before the season began or towards the start. We found out that I can't remember if it was Nino's parents are divorced or going through a divorce, some kind of separation. So I think perhaps this might be Nino and Chris's dad. I think perhaps they have shared custody where, I don't know, one of them has the boys for, let's say, 3 days a week, the one for 4 days a week, so he was taking them back to the tram stop so they could go back to their mum's house. I think that's possibly what's going on. Although I can't really work out how either of the boys feel about this. We don't get to see Nino's face at all, and Chris, who is my arch nemesis, and I can't really work out how he's feeling, to be honest. But it seems alright because Nino goes to school, looks like he's in the greenhouse with Alia, and I'm assuming they're in there alone since Waze and Trix are both out, which I think is adorable. One thing I loved about season 4 was seeing all the Kwamis together, so I'm glad we're getting that with him. And of course, he hasn't stopped his bubble addiction. They then go see Nora in the cafeteria for some drinks, so I'm assuming this is set before she leaves for Shanghai. And then they decide to announce to Marinette and Adrian something over there, what I'm assuming is strawberry milkshake. And it looks like they've decided, like, hey, it's time to show you where we train with the Miraculous. As we saw at the opening of Revelator, they train in this, like, I'm assuming it's an abandoned metro station, because they leave this stuff out all the time. So I don't really know, although but they're both like, yeah, we picked this location, but okay, obviously Alia knows, but Nino doesn't. Well, Alia only knows about Marinette, neither of them know about Adrian, so they're just like, yay! But also, why are they showing this? I'm assuming Alia knows it's okay since she's brought Marinette there, but like, do you have permission from her? I don't know. They have blindfolded them, but like, there is a big sign on the wall saying Arsenal, which is the name of my brother's favourite football team. Is there an Arsenal also in Paris? I don't know, but like, there's a massive sign saying where it is. So like, yeah, we blindfolded you to take you here, but there's a sign saying where you are, so... Anyway, the Kwamis come out, and Waze goes to talk to Adrian, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think maybe one of the last times Adrian saw Waze was right after Master Fu rescinded the Miracle Box, which would be nice and traumatising for him. And then Trix also speaks to Marinette. So that seems like it's going nice, going well, but then we have the Akuma. And just from the opening of the trailer, I'm just assuming that the Chain Titans are Nino's parents. So we see Ladybug running across the rooftop, Cat Noir on another one, and the Titans, one seems to be male, one seems to be female, just by the way the statues look, and change between them is some sort of jug/urn, I don't really know, but it does seem, you see later on, seem to have a love heart on it. So are they fighting over the boys, fighting for their love? Is perhaps Chris inside? Good, keep him there. However, whilst Ladybug and Cat Noir are doing that, it actually looks like both Alia and Nino have lost the Miraculous. We see Trix in the sewers, and at first I was a bit like, what's going on? But then we see Waze and Trix around the corner, and they are both holding a necklace and a bracelet, and it's not the best image ever, but it does look like they're Miraculous. So I'm really not sure what on earth they could have done to have lost their Miraculous. What have you... Are they just throwing them in the water? I don't know, but anyway. So the Chain Titans are fighting. It looks like they're basically playing tug of war with each other. I don't know, but either way, they get the Miraculous back. Carapace and Rena Roo show up, and Adrian decides to vault up to the jar, which he decides to cataclysm, which then seems to fall to Paris in kind of like a slightly destroyed form, probably murdering and crushing at least 100 people underneath it. Honestly, I'm a little bit confused. There are a lot of assumptions in that. I know I'm just assuming the Chain Titans are Nino's parents. I don't actually know. We don't know a great deal about them. I don't even know their names. But I would love to know what you think. And if you're wondering where my commentary for Regina Razzioni is, it's finished. I just was sure there was a trailer coming out. And looks like I was correct. So you'll see it in a couple of hours. But for now, I'd love to know what you think of this, besties, and I will see you in the next one.